So in this video, we're going to talk about series. Yeah, but in a very clear way so that more people can try to understand what we're saying. E se quiser ajuda, é só ativar as legendas aqui no YouTube automáticas para você acompanhar em inglês, tá bom? But before that, let me ask you to introduce yourselves, please. So, Paula, what do you do in the English in Brazil course and who are you?
I'm teacher Paula, and I answer all of the students' questions in the platform.
I'm teacher Fabio, and I teach in the Conversation Club.
I'm teacher Jaqueline, or Jaque, and I am one of the teachers in the Conversation Club, and also I prepare a lot of activities you're going to see in the course.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about series. Woohoo!
Yay.
Do you like series? Do you like watching series? That's what we're going to talk about today. I know you guys love watching series. That's why I chose you. So let's get started. I have one very specific question. Do you guys remember the first TV show that you watched as a kid?
Well, I think mine was Chaves and Chapolin.
For sure. Yeah, Chaves, Punky, a levada da breca.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blossom.
Yeah.
Blossom.
But it was dubbed. It was in
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
I'm from I was born in 73. I'm old school. I remember watching the Incredible Hulk and the $6 Million Man.
I don't know this one.
Of course you don't. You were young.
I remember one that was called Manimal. Do you remember?
Manimal,
It
yeah,
was
I
a
remember.
man who,
Yeah.
transformed into
Yeah, it was a
something
little
to an animal.
weird.
I also watched a lot of Chaves, Chapolin.
Yeah, I watched that too. The Land of the Lost. Remember that? Marshall, Will, and Holly in a routine expedition.
Okay, we are the
Yes.
old school here.
Yeah,
the-
sorry.
We're not that young either, but I know it's a little, I don't know what they're talking about. It's maybe different generations. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are one generation before us. Probably that's why we don't know. But yes, Chaves definitely, Chapolin, and also My Wife and Kids, which in Portuguese is Eu, a Patroa e as Crianças. I love watching that.
Super Vicky, remember that?
No.
You don't? Oh my God. What am I doing here?
Oh, Full House, Full
That is,
House.
in Portuguese is 13 demais.
I love that. Yeah, but we used to watch it in Portuguese.
Yeah, all of the shows were in Portuguese, all dubbed.
Okay, iCarly.
iCarly, yeah. Now it's one generation after me.
But I like
I
it.
know.
I like
It's
stupid
silly,
things.
silly.
Silly stuff, yeah. And okay, what's your favorite series ever?
I could watch a sci-fi series for a long time, and I really like Star Trek. I think people get divided into Star Wars or Star Trek. I love Star Trek. I think they deal with situations and that are more social than political. You have to follow the story. Sometimes the stories are silly, but then there's always something human about it. I remember watching it with my father, which is something that I cherish a lot. He likes sci-fi as well.
For me, my all-time favorite series is Lost. I'm a Lostie.
Really good.
From time to time, I watch it all over again.
Why?
I love it.
Why?
Because the characters are so real. They made a very good job building credibility around the characters like Saeed, Sawyer, Jack, Claire, Charlie. So it's so good. And some people say, well, but what do you think about the end? Well, the second time I watched, the end grew on me much better. Because I watched Lost in 2004, 2005, when we needed to wait a week to watch the next episode. So you needed to remember the things. Then now you can binge watch the series. And then you don't miss it. You don't lose it, right? You are able to follow. Por que eu tô fazendo um compêndio de psicanálise aqui? Yeah.
Não, o cara faz toque, eu tenho que manter a seriedade. O que é
Isso. Anyway, so I was able to follow that better. You watched
question.
Lost too.
Yes, Jack is going to talk about her favorite series too, but I just want to catch your attention to some words that Fabio just used. The first one is episode.
Yeah.
Some people could say
Episode.
episode, but the pronunciation is?
Episode.
Repeat after us, episode.
Episode.
And you also said binge watch. What does it mean?
This is, in Portuguese, we say maratonar. So I want to binge watch series now because it's going to be raining for the next weeks. So I'm going to binge watch some series. Eu vou maratonar algumas séries.
And Paula used a very nice word, which was cherish. Do you know this word?
When you love something and you have this feeling of carinho, right? So you can use the verb to cherish.
Affection.
Cherish the thought of all
That's how I
having
learned
you.
it. With
Okay,
Madonna.
what song is this? I don't know.
And Madonna, come on.
Okay, sorry. Jackie, what's your favorite series ever?
I would say Lost, Game of Thrones, Dexter. It's very difficult for me to choose just one. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, for me too. I would say Bates Motel. I loved watching Bates Motel. Mother, I loved it.
It's good, but not my favorite.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my favorite, but I had a good time watching it. I also like Outlander.
Oh, yeah.
The pronunciation is terrible. The accent is not the pronunciation. The
Scottish.
accent is very hard to understand. I really needed subtitles to understand that. Yes, they have a Scottish accent, which is very hard to understand.
Beautiful.
And it's also, yeah, of course, it's beautiful, but it's also old. You know, so
Yeah.
it's Scottish and from 1800s, the 1800s. So it is
We
very
say
hard.
like it's a period series, right? A period meaning it represents a period in the past, right?
Another nice vocabulary for you.
And Dexter too, yeah. I just talk about Lost. So
Yeah, it's very
Dexter,
difficult to just
House.
Never watch it.
Never watched House.
Me neither.
Go there and watch now. Stop this.
Okay,
Stop
let's
this.
Stop this.
You will learn a lot of medical vocabulary.
Yeah.
And you were talking about loss, and something came to my mind. So many people started saying bad things about the ending of the series, and I read those reviews, and I was so influenced by those reviews that I decided not to watch the end of the show.
No, really.
Yeah, really,
Oh,
because
come
people
on.
were saying, "Oh no, it's so disappointing.
No,
oh,
give
we
it-
have no answer at the end. Blah 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 blah."
We do have.
But it's something that we used to have. At that time, we had 1 week to talk to our friends, discuss the episodes, our opinions. What do you think is the the smoke, the black smoke? What is that?
Some of the theories were even better than the real ones. No, it's really good because sometimes it's not about the end of the series, but about the process, the happenings, the stories that are going on. And I was reading an interview with the producers. They said, well, we never said that it was about the mysteries. It's about people and their personal journey. And this is interesting.
Which TV show has the best plot twist, in your opinion?
Can we count Breaking Bad as
Yeah.
a series of a plot? Because the character changes completely.
Yeah.
And then you liked the character and then you start
sorry for him.
not liking the character anymore, but you are hooked. You cannot stop watching it.
At the beginning, you feel sorry for him,
Yeah.
and at the end, you hate him.
Dark has a very good, there are many plot twists.
yeah.
Dark.
At the beginning, I was like, whoa. And at the end, I was like,
I think we have to mention Black Mirror here. I love Black Mirror, and
Perfect.
especially because I can watch an episode and it's an only episode.
Exactly.
You know? I have a problem with binge watching things. I think many people feel the same. And I love Black Mirror because you watch an episode and that's it. You have the whole story there. And there's
You don't have a cliffhanger.
yeah, and there's always a plot twist at the end. You will either feel sorry or surprised or sad or thoughtful. Another interesting word for you, pensativo, thoughtful.
What's your favorite episode of Black Mirror?
Hard to choose.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, mirror.
Mine is San Junipero. Perfect.
No, not my
Perfect.
first. Not
Very
my
good.
favorite.
I don't have a favorite episode because I have never watched it.
You should. You
Well, I watched one episode. I hate it.
Which one?
Really?
One with a pig.
should. No, but it's the
Ah,
worst
come
one.
on, you started with a gross
Yeah,
one.
yeah, you started with the worst one.
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
will never watch something like that again.
No, but
Sorry.
don't.
No,
it's
that
just
is
that
the-
one.
exactly.
Seriously, yeah, just
Really.
that one.
Trust
You
us.
Talk about trauma.
They talk about technology, and that's
lot.
very, very nice.
And these are great to have discussions in class
Oh,
about
good.
the topics because it's just at the threshold, can we say, like the threshold of what could happen if we change it something in our reality, and then we can ask the students, what would you do?
I like the one in the museum. You know, I forgot the name, but that is very creative. They find, you know, a museum in the middle of the road, and there's lots of.
Oh, yeah.
With me, maybe. I love. That's
But I
very.
didn't like so much.
You
so it was
didn't.
some-
Yeah, but for me that was very surprising. You know, I wouldn't expect expect those things to be happening or being exposed in a museum. So that was surprising for me. And I've just watched the most recent season. Season is a nice word too. Temporada. My favorite episode in this last season is the one with the photos. So in this episode that I liked, they have, an immersive system where people can see their old photos and enter, those photos and remember things they wouldn't
saw that.
It's about memory.
Saw that. It's beautiful.
And it made me cry at the end.
Yeah,
and it's
beautiful.
it's very beautiful. You should watch it. And the English is very okay, to is it American English? No, I
It
can't
is.
remember.
It is. No.
There's American and British
Yeah, they
English.
make those. I don't really remember.
So I really like Black Mirror because of this mix of accents.
Exactly.
Each episode has a different accent, so I think it's good for you to be exposed. Oh, yeah, so now
Eulogy.
a voice came to my mind. So the names of the episodes. So Black Museum is the one I mentioned, and there's also Eulogy, which is the one with the photos. Jackie, now a question for you. What's the most underrated show that you think everyone should watch? Let me just teach the meaning of underrated. What is underrated? Define underrated.
Underrated is something that you believe should be liked more than it is actually.
It's a series based on a book, and it's called And with an E.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I think many people have watched it, but the problem is the series was canceled. So I think that's why it's underrated.
Why do you think it was canceled? Because it's
it
a
was
good
something
series.
about the contract and everything. But beautiful, beautiful series.
I love it too, yeah.
And the arc of the story is complete, but
Yeah,
there are many books, and people who have read the books.
Have you read the books?
Yeah, I have read some, not all of them. And then you wait for the rest of the story
Yeah,
because
ends when she goes to university.
and then she becomes a teacher, she returns. So
We have
there's a lot that we want to see in video as
Yeah,
well.
but-
not
And
just-
talking about English, she speaks very fast. Do you remember that? I remember the
It's because
first
she uses
episode.
difficult words.
Oh, it's
Because she
very
likes
difficult.
reading a lot, and then she wants to use all those
Fancy
words and
words.
vocabulary. Yeah,
It's
and
also a
she's-
period
Yeah.
series. When you said something about speaking too fast, I remember a series that I love, Gilmore Girls. And they speak really, really fast. And it's a characteristic of the series. So it's a young mother and her child, and the relationship with the grandparents and a small town where they live. We want to be part of the family. It's so nice. I recommend it. If you want to practice your English, you will have to pause it, go back, watch it again.
And which TV show made you laugh the most?
Monty Python's Flying Circus. Come on, this
I
is a
don't think
classic.
they will know Monty Python.
Monty Python is a British group of humor from the 60s, late 60s. I mean, if you know TV Pirata, okay, this is pure Monty Python, okay? And I suggest you have to watch it.
Internal jokes.
Exactly.
References.
If you watch, I mean, they have movies, right? Do yourself a favor.
Google
yeah,
it.
Google it.
And what would you say?
Nothing comes to mind right now, but I remember laughing a lot watching Friends, which is something
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that we rewatch the episodes a lot. In Seinfeld, I'm a big fan of Seinfeld.
I tried it, but
Yeah.
It's a very
I don't know.
specific kind of humor.
Yeah.
And then you have to get in the jokes, and then you have to be part of the gang. When you feel like, okay, this could be my friends, then it's easy to follow. The Soup Nazi, it's like a character that we use as reference, me and my friends. So it's something that we laugh about.
I would say Friends, The Office, which I like very much. And one TV series that is not so famous, it's Unbreakable Kimmy. And it's really funny
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
really good. Yeah, it's weird.
Super crazy, but
Super crazy. I like it.
Can I mention something really silly? Chaves again. I know it's
But
not
it's
in
not in
English.
English.
It should be in English. But I was watching Chaves again with my kids now, and they are laughing with me.
Yeah, of
because,
course.
And I was laughing, like genuinely laughing. because it's silly, it's naive, innocent, naive, but it's still funny for me. I still laugh with Chaves. I think
don't know if I would laugh nowadays, but
try watching it because it's very clever. Actually, I think they're geniuses.
Yeah, if you consider the time when they did it, the way they were communicating, it was something for kids.
And the creator, Bolanhos, he was called Chespirito because he was like a genius, like Shakespeare. That's where the Chespirito comes from. So he was considered a genius.
There's a very good one that I love from Ireland from the 90s, Father Ted. If you have the chance to talk to an Irish, and if you tell them that you watch or that you like Father Ted, they will love you for the rest of their lives. It's incredible how much this became something really important in Ireland.
And now I have a challenge for you teachers, but also for you guys. All right, so I am going to mention a very famous quote, and you have to tell me where it comes from.
All right.
Okay? The
Good.
first one is so hard. How you doing? Do you guys know?
Joe Tribbiani from Friends.
Yeah, definitely.
How are you doing?
I don't know if this one is easy. I am the one who knocks. I think you know. Do you guys know?
What?
Do you know it?
Yes, obviously, it's Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad?
Walter
When
White.
they're afraid of her, when his wife is afraid of him, and then he says, "Don't be afraid, because I am the one who knocks."
Who knocks what?
Because she's afraid of somebody knocking at the door and doing something to them. Yeah.
Okay. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
It could come from any.
No, but
No?
it's
The Office.
famous.
The Office.
The
why?
Office, yeah.
Okay.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
I have to watch it
Do
more.
they repeat it?
Oh, yeah.
time.
And,
Ah, okay.
through all
and
the
now
seasons.
I use it with my boyfriend and I'm making jokes with that. Yeah.
Okay. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know, I know this, but not from the series that I'm absolutely sure you took it from.
No, I
Game of Thrones.
Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
Okay.
the character is from Game
Yeah, I know. I remember. I know nothing from Manuel in Fawlty Towers saying that. I know nothing.
Bazinga! Do you guys know?
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah,
The
the
Big Bang Theory. Sheldon Cooper.
Whole universe was
in
in
t-shirt,
a
yeah.
dense snake.
Did you memorize these lyrics?
Then nearly 14 billion years ago, expansion started. Wait, the walls began to...
And somebody
other-
started drooling. That's what I remember.
We built the wall, we
The
built the
Earth
pyramids,
started to
Mets.
pull, the Neanderthals started.
The lyrics are going to be here. Okay, editor?
I've just-
Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery. It all started with the Big Bang.
Bang!
I am not a monster. Lady Gaga. No, I'm just kidding.
I think I know.
I say that all the time.
I'm not a monster.
Yeah.
It's Dexter.
Dexter. Oh, you love Dexter.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? I love that. Do you
Makes
remember that?
Yeah, because
Because I remember that once he said, I am a monster.
And I'm also a little monster. I want everything. Okay, and then we have Mother. That's
it's
easy.
just what it is.
Yeah. There wasn't a spoiler. There was a spoiler before. You don't know?
From the
Bates
one that you said, Bates
It's
Motel?
Bates Motel. Yeah, because this guy is funny because he doesn't say Mom, Mommy. He says Mother.
It's the same actor from The Good Doctor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And was the same actor who did Charlie at the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, that's right. And just one thing about the English language here. You don't call your mother, you don't usually call your mother like, Mother. You say Mom, which is more common. He's a little awkward. That's why he says Mother, and it sounds awkward. It doesn't mean that you were not supposed to use the word mother, but you use this word when you want to refer to her. For example, my mother works as a teacher. So you're referring to your mother, not calling her. So when you say mother, it sounds a little awkward and the character is very awkward. So it makes sense. Yeah. So the last one is we have to go back.
Ah!
Fábio.
Wait for them to guess. Okay, go.
lost. This was Jack.
Explain, Lem.
That was Jack. It's some spoiler here, but anyway, this series is like 20 years ago. It was when Jack, at the end of the third season, I guess, because during the series, people see the flashbacks, the lives of the characters before they got to the island. During the third season, from a certain point, we saw some of these flashbacks, but they were flash forwards.
And this was the first.
That was a very good twist because we saw Jack, when we thought he was before the island, saying, we have to go back. And he meets, remember that?
Now
and
I
he
remember.
meets Kate. Say, wait a minute, did they know each other before?
No, it was a fast
It was
forward.
the flash forward, huh?
Did they leave the island?
I don't know.
I don't know. And it's a nice word too. So we have the flashback.
And the flash forward.
Very good. E essa foi mais uma conversa 100% em inglês aqui no canal. Eu quero saber o quanto você conseguiu entender dessa conversa que a gente teve aqui sobre series. Did you guys have fun?
Sure. It was great.
Eu aprendi um monte
Great.
com eles também. E deixa aqui nos comentários também qual é a sua série favorita pra aprender inglês e a favorita da vida também. Vamos usar isso aqui como um fórum de sugestões. Se quiser mais vídeos como esse, é só clicar aqui no card que tá aparecendo. E a gente te espera no desafio Inglês na Prática. E também no curso English in Brasil, viu? We're waiting for you. See you.
See ya.